Hi everybody, today we'll look deeper into projections. So let's look at the screen here. We have in the background the National Geographic World Map. It's just one of our base map options. And here I have 6 different files that are all in different projections, but they're all spatially overlaid perfectly. So I have here a file that is in lat-long coordinates. I have here one that is in BC Albers equal area. I have another BC projection that is in Lambert. You see here the crosshatch fits perfectly. And then I have the 3 typical projections used in Alberta. I have UTM zone 12. I have UTM zone 11. And I have my Alberta 10 TM projection here in orange. So ArcGIS can project on the fly. That means it can take any projection that is properly defined. It can take that definition information and then project on the fly to make a perfect spatial overlay using very complex mathematical equations. Luckily, we don't have to worry about this, but we do have to worry about how to control projections. Number 1 rule working with projections is that in your one table of content per map, you should ideally only have one single projection. There are deeper reasons for that. The key reason is that there are a few tools in ArcGIS Pro that do not look at the coordinates as they are displayed on the screen. They're looking at coordinates as they are stored in the original database. And then some calculations can be wrong, and you need to always be in control of your analysis. So that is the reason why step 1 is decide which projection you want to use, and then set up your display and make sure that all layers that you're using are in that same projection. So I'm violating that rule here just for demo purposes. So let's find out about where the projection information is stored. I right-click on my layer to go to Properties. And within my Properties, under the Source tab, there you see here the Spatial Reference tab. So if we click here, we can now see the spatial reference information. If it's a projected database, it gives you 2 pieces of information. The top one is about the projected coordinate system. In this case, it's UTM. It is false easting of 500,000, 0 northing. We understand this from the regular UTM projection rules. The center meridian is here, our scale factor is here, all the things we are familiar with. And then here in the bottom part where it says the geographic coordinate system, at the end of the day, this is really based on a spheroid. So here is our datum information with the respective information. So projection always goes hand in hand on which datum the projection is based on. So you have this information on your fingertips. Another way how to check out your projection information, and a much easier way, is if you go to the properties of your map. I just double click here, and under my map properties, under the tab for coordinate systems, there now we have very useful information, and I need you to become familiar with this property page because you should use it regularly. The current coordinate system is in Albers equal area conic projection that is specifically set up right now for British Columbia. That is why British Columbia is displayed kind of in a straight way. If you're looking at the center here, it would go straight up and down. And we see here that Alberta is leaning. So obviously this would be the wrong projection to display Alberta. And then you can change which display projection is used by simply selecting which ones are in your layer. So the proper one would be the Alberta 10TM projection. So all I have to say is OK. And now you will see that Alberta is kind of in the center. The central meridian would go straight up and down, and it looks much better for us. All the other projections would not be correct to display Alberta. Let's go back and choose other projections, such as one of the UTM projections, and you will see that now Alberta is leaning in one direction. And Alberta should never be leaning, it should be standing straight up and down. That's all for now. I'll see you next time.